We are two hairstylists with over 50 years of combined industry experience, ownership, platform artistry, salon education, and mentorship. Listen, when these two sages get together, you know we're going to have a story to tell. With authentic and transparent moments and some of the world's most craziest shares, we are bringing you to you the juice, along with our perspectives, of course. All stories have originated from the chair, be it a salon chair, barber chair, massage chair, facial chair. These are stories and topics that you can relate to, learn from, and of course, grow from.
Transparency in the chair. What you want in your life. Why? Because it's going to change it. In the perspective of showing you how to deal with relationships, issues, business, family, my goodness, and your man, your woman, all of that. All the juice, all the skinny, all the meat and potatoes. We're going to give you facts on it. We're going to bring it in on the topics, the body, and the conclusion because we want to be able to help and share with everyone. Our stories will generate from the chair, but it's not just about the hair chair. It's about any industry that you can use our information in to change that perspective. So you tune in every week for all the good tea that we're going to have for you guys. The juice is what we do. Look out for Kay and Rae on Transparency in the Chair.
Yeah, golly, y'all. My first sexual experience was rape. It was rape. I didn't have that, you know, other going out
Blissful.
all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah, and thinking back, I didn't say why do we do that?
Yeah, why didn't we speak
Why didn't we
out?
say
fear. It's
anything?
fear.
It's fear.
Because you don't want to be shamed.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you don't want anybody to cast judgment on you and just like, or beat you. Or like,
Right.
you're lying.
Yeah, or that.
Or they
yeah.
won't believe you.
Yeah, and then
Or-
it's caused trouble.
Not only that,
Yeah.
It breaks
gonna
family.
You're upset with yourself too,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like, well, what did I do? Did I dress provocatively? Did I lead him on? So you
Right.
got to go through all of that, like, and then if I tell my parents, they're like, well,
Now
what was you
y'all
doing over
messing
there?
up my Maybelline.
I know,
I
right?
had my Maybelline. I don't even know.
No, but man, so this is it's traumatic, and
Yeah.
it's like, what do you do with that? Do you move forward in life? Now I'm gonna say something, but it's like you don't say anything when it means the most.
Right.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
we should have.
When we should have. Because I had two. So I should have learned from one to say something on number two.
Right. You still didn't.
I still didn't.
Same.
And now I'm looking like you said, I just
not.
never thought, like, what the fuck, basically.
Yeah. Right.
Why
Because
didn't
then
I say anything?
Yeah. And but what is it about me that made that happen to me again?
That made
Like,
that happen. Like, what am I drawing? But
Yeah.
see, that's the
And
thing,
it's
though.
not you.
You go through the
it's just they
you go
just
through the guilt
retarded.
tripping. Like, what did I do? What did I say? Did
Yeah.
I lead him on? Did I have on this? Did I wasn't supposed to be here anyway. My mom said I shouldn't have went out, and I snuck out.
I completely blocked it
This
out.
is karma. You
Yeah.
go through all of these things
In your head.
and that also too. The Me Too movement. A lot of guys, I hear them that, why'd you gonna say something? Oh, this 20 years later, you saying something now?
Well,
Listen, bro.
Because I blocked
First of-
blocked it, bro.
Exactly.
I blocked
Yeah.
it.
I blocked it.
Forgot
Traumatic
about
survival mechanism.
Absolutely.
And then what they don't realize is when you laying there in the thing, you gonna block out anyway because you're just trying to survive through the
Zoned out.
moment.
Exactly.
You don't know you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
just
you hope
freeze
that
up.
you're gonna be
Oh,
alive.
I would have fought them off. No, you don't really know what goes through a person's mind during a traumatic
Yeah.
experience.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then all the fighting is then what you do. You die because a lot of times when women fight back, they they die. They
Yeah.
get killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched a documentary about women in Ohio, and this man was just killing them. They were
Yeah.
crackheads or
Yeah.
homeless women,
Yeah.
and he would just kill them. And one lady, she act like it was fine. Oh, I'm good. Everything's fine. Even though in her head she's like, Jesus Christ,
Yes,
help
let's
me,
be
Lord.
over.
Lord,
Yeah.
just let me get this
Yeah.
over with.
Yeah.
And she was nice. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh no, we had a good time.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
And she was getting out of there. He walked her down, and she got away. She said, as soon as she hit the corner, she took off.
Yeah.
Right.
And she went to the police, but they didn't believe her.
Yeah.
Right.
See? So that's another thing. People don't speak up because they don't think they're gonna
Yeah.
be believed.
And he
Or
was able to
heard.
kill 2 more people before
See?
they end up arresting him.
And I'm always
locking
asking
him
my
up.
girls, did somebody touch you? Did
Right.
somebody come?
I asked
No,
my
Mom,
son,
no, Mom.
I
I'm
asked
like,
my
no,
daughter.
you need to tell me.
It's
It's a thing.
it's
it's
some
a
things that
definite
happen,
thing.
and it's
And that
what's
that
sad-
could really suppress your voice too.
Yeah, because what's sad, a lot of, and I'm because I don't know about other cultural experiences. I know in our Black homes, it's hush hush. You don't
Yeah.
talk about that. What happens in it? Okay,
Yeah.
Jonathan, can you relate to that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
'Cause to your point, y'all, that happened to my wife when she was young. And it was a member of her family that did that to her. And what you said as far as the parents not believing them, getting hit, because they're like, why are you trying to shame this other person?
Right.
And she's like, I'm not trying to do that. They did that to me.
Right.
And so to your point where she's like, is it something that I did? Did I wear something? Like, and she was young. I think she was like probably 11 or 12 when that happened. And it happened
They're just
multiple times.
monsters.
Right.
Until finally it happened to someone else in the family. And they were trying to hush it. Like as far as like all the aunts, the uncles, they were like, no, everything's fine.
Right.
And then someone finally was like, this isn't fine.
This is not
Right.
This is wrong.
Because I know that for you still have to deal with that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Although that happened to you, to her,
your wife
Yeah.
years
at
ago.
11, it still impacts her to this
Yeah.
day.
And to your point, when like they came back, all those same feelings started coming back. You know, it just
Because
take
it's
one
just
little
something. It could be a smell. It could be anything that
Yeah.
triggers you, and you're like, it brings you right back to that moment. You know what I'm saying? And it's so hard for the people around you to even resonate what the hell's going on with you. You know what I'm saying? And so either you end up, when you're a victim of trauma, either you end up reclusing yourself, or you be like, I'll never be a victim again.
Right, and I'm gonna shout it on the
And
mountaintop.
on the mountaintop, oh,
Yes,
you ain't gonna get me.
yes.
Like, I was like, oh,
Right.
this will not
Right.
be my future. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I will not be defined by this foolishness.
Right,
I
and
can't-
and you also have to educate your kids too.
yes,
You know, like that. You know, sometimes during that era, we were taught, you know, what happened in this house stays in this house.
yes,
You know, you don't bring shame to the family. You
Right.
don't do this.
yes,
Girl, I told my girls when they were in dance real heavy, their friendship circle was at dance, not really at school because they spent more time at dance and dance practice.
Right.
Well, then, you know, I want to spend the night. You know, my mama didn't let us do all of that.
Yeah.
So I want to spend the night. So, you know, you try to do little things. Okay, I'm going to let them have their friendships and their social life. Girl, I had to sit them down. I said, let me tell you something. If they go in the living room and everybody get naked and sit on the couch and watch TV, that's not okay. And it was like, Mama, I'm just letting you know what's not okay.
Right.
Because sometimes you have to educate your kids.
absolutely.
It's not
okay.
normal for people
what's
to
not
watch.
good.
Right.
What's not
Because
right.
That's what they'll do. They'll groom you or they'll make you think, oh, we do this all the time. I say it's not okay to walk around naked.
Right.
And to this day, they laugh. They say, Mama, remember you said, and I was like, at first I did. I was like, I said that. They're
Right.
like, no, you did. I'm like, no, because you need to know. Again, it's because I said so. No, but why, Mama?
Yes.
Because people are crazy.
Yes.
And it could be a
People are
pedophile.
playing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because my mom used to ask, do she got an older brother? Yeah. Oh, no, you can't go over there. But then
Right.
never would tell me why not.
No, but even and in real talk, like even like my son when he was younger.
Yeah.
And you know, my sister, you know, my nephew or whatever.
Right.
He had a stack of friends. And I'm like, when you go over to Auntie Junie's house,
Yeah.
don't go up them stairs.
That's right.
Yeah, I said if nephew has his friends over, you
You are not
not
to go.
You are not to go up them stairs
That's right.
because nephew could be sitting
You
there
never
talking to
know.
one, playing the game, and another one
No,
got you in the
in the
bathroom.
bathroom.
Exactly.
So no.
Absolutely.
I said things can happen so quickly, you know, that we just don't even think about it. But
They do happen
you know,
quick.
statistically, so many people have been violated. You know, as a child that they don't report
Because
it,
they're not,
or they don't
and
even
the child doesn't have the brain capacity to even know that you're doing something wrong.
right.
Unless
And
they're
so
educated.
that inner silence you. Because then now you're like, nobody can't see me. Nobody won't hear me. You know?
I don't want to be a
And-
bad kid.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Disobedient.
And even like I dated somebody before that they felt like they had to project loudly with toning and everything because they were silenced as a child.
Oh,
You don't
see?
talk. So everything's like, say we
See?
were having this conversation,
It'll be
right?
extra.
And they're trying to interject into the conversation.
Yeah.
So then I would look at his face like, you want to say something, but everybody else is talking. And so you feel like now you have to project yourself so
Yeah.
high. Like, hey, I'm in the room too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to do extras to make sure that everybody
That you're
sees
seen.
you
Yes.
and you're heard
Yes.
because you were silenced as a child. Don't talk. Don't do this.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do
Yeah.
this. You know.
Yeah.
And so now you know your brothers and sisters was messing with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, not
All to
building
come out
you
later.
up.
Right.
You know. So
Right.
then now it's like I had to do all this building,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, you have a voice
You have a voice.
and you can use it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be angry when you use it.
Right.
You can use it to articulate in a heartful way.
Right.
That way, whatever you're trying to say, people can receive.
Yeah.
Nobody can receive
Rah,
anger
rah, rah, all the time.
and the raw.
Rah, rah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know. So it's
Yeah.
like
It's all about the delivery.
You get my
It
bees
is.
with honey.
you get my
Okay,
beautiful
okay.
honey. Even at your daggone job, you know.
It's true.
You know.
It's
I had this one beautiful client. I'm sitting here and I tell her, I said, look, if you didn't get that position because it's not your time, there's still something that God wants to work on you with. You know what I'm saying? So don't, well, I'm not going to sit there and help the other people and this and the other, whoever the new people that they're trained. She's like, and then they want me to train this person, this and what. I said, do everything unto God. When you do unto God, your rewards will come. Yep. I said, but once we're in the thick of it, we can't see that though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So for like you, I'm just like proud of the fact that you're standing up for you. Now, you know what I'm saying? And you as well, because sometimes I'm like, why she ain't just say something? We hang around each other a lot, and I'm like, I know she doesn't like this. Why she not saying anything? You know what I'm saying? Like, right? You know what I mean? Definitely. And I'm like, use your voice, because I mean, it's like a cancer. Well, that's what people don't realize. It's a cancer. Like I didn't know on my mom's dying bed, and I felt like that's what she died of cancer. Yeah. And in our dying bed, she told me her dad used to molest her, and I'm sitting there like, what? She took care of this man till he died. I would have been like,
you on your own, buddy.
Listen.
I probably would have let him rot. I really would have. But I said, Mom, you held that all this time. She
said,
if
you imagine how that was festering?
Yes. She said, if I would have told y'all would have never looked. Y'all wouldn't even want,
Yeah, nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
Probably
ain't she lying?
Yeah.
I probably would have tried to set him up and probably shank him a little bit or something.
Listen.
In my little young 10, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I mean, she died at 55. So that's why I was like, no, I don't hold anything inside. Yeah. I have to let it out, My husband be like, Kay, how transparent are you going to be on this daggone show?
Oh, just wait till he calls his friend.
Every time I bring something up, he be like, babe, don't make me look like a fool.
What did it say? Transparency
in the chair.
Yes. Let me tell you something. When the shit hits the fan.
Okay.
And Mr. Bethay calls Mr. Fletcher.
Yes. Which is her husband. My husband called her husband.
Because he ain't listened to it yet.
Oh, okay.
Right, her husband. But you know what? Funny enough, though, and I mean, we're transparency right now. Yes. I called her a few weeks ago. I said, listen, sis.
She did.
I said, let's be transparent. I
got on me. Oh, my God.
I said, I think me and Jonathan the only ones being transparent about this thing. I said, you are being very...
Are you agreeing with her?
Oh no, I'm just saying with all us being transparent. Right. Yes, we've been transparent.
Yeah,
to the level of it might be, but overall, everyone's being very transparent.
Right, but I was like, she's being transparent about her children all the time. Yeah. I was like, you're not letting us in. We can't have a show that says transparency.
She had to get me together,
and we're not doing that. I was like, so either you're gonna have the hard conversation with your husband and be like, babe, da 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 da. So then that way, if he ever sees it,
he won't be shocked or calling you. Like, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Now, here's the question. Do you think I've had that talk with him yet?
No. Have you?
Nope.
No, she
Nope.
So he hasn't seen no episodes.
We have a voice. Ray D. Fletcher.
Okay.
We avoidance.
Yeah.
But then
she don't like confrontation.
But she
What's
said
your sign?
Sagittarius, like me. So imagine that. We're a couple of days apart. So that ain't what we do.
That ain't what we do.
We have a conversation. But here's the thing, though.
You know what's best
she
for you,
said
though.
but she said avoidance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
but in the sense of she said because she already played in her mind what the results were going to be. When it could be totally not the result.
You never know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like we can't assume what people are going to do.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Or what they're going to say or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I told my husband, I'm never going to make you look like a fool because that means that I'm going to be looking like a fool.
Exactly.
So just trust my judgment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the conversation you need to have because he's very private or whatever, He's
very
private.
Oh God, he's so private. He's a very private person.
That's
very
private
person.
Okay.
Yeah.
But even in that, what do we hear? Like you said it earlier.
Yeah.
We're here. We're vessels.
So they can grow.
To be utilized.
So we can help to be utilized and to help people. There's a lot of people struggling with this thing. There's a lot of people struggling with this thing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, you were muzzled for a while. You're coming out your shell in these last couple of years.
Yeah. Oh no, definitely in the years. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I think like I asked you, what was your life switch? I know one of my life switches is when my mom passed because that's when I really realized that life is short.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Life is short.
Yeah.
I can't be playing with these people and sugarcoating shit. I can't.
Yeah. My mom
for what? Because who is it benefiting? Yeah. See what I'm saying?
She had a heart attack, triple bypass surgery. She was on that bed and all the machines on. I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
In car accidents and all. Like, one of my kids' fathers, he lost his wife to a car accident.
Wow.
And like right after that, I had like 5 cars. Remember I had
Yes.
I kept having car. I had like
I was
5
like, you ain't driving my car.
car
I know that's
accidents in
right.
1 year. It was never my fault. They would always hit me.
Right.
Or
Yeah.
like,
It was like a magnet.
Sharice's car got
Yeah.
jammed.
Yeah.
My sister's car got jammed.
Yeah.
Like me, just
Yeah.
running red lights and hitting me. And I was like, thank you, God. But it's like,
That's
that lady had 1 car accident and lost her life.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it was like,
yeah.
hey, you need to create memories and do things with your children.
right.
And it's like,
Life is short.
do
Like, you
stuff.
being
Life
spared
is
for
too
a
short.
reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here for something.
Yes.
Something great.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
something in store for me.
Right.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. She
Stay
coming
tuned.
soon to a theater near you.
Right.
Yes. You
But
know?
I know I've learned and I know I've been growing because
Yeah.
I've been passing it on to my girls who are very vocal. Now
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure they don't tell me everything, but just examining them in life, and seeing, like my oldest daughter, she's at UT. She's about to graduate, and she started the Black Lens Project because they didn't have an
Wow.
organization for black filmmakers in Austin at her school.
Right.
So she was on one of the the foundation of that or whatever, and got on. And so she was just telling me last night, well, yeah, because my director, she didn't want to take home this light, and I just called her and told her. See, me, I'd be like, girl, I probably just took the light. She was like, no, but I didn't like that, and I had to tell her that
You
wasn't
need to
cool.
take the light.
And I'm just like, good
Proud.
job.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
because even though I may have not been very vocal growing up, I can now see as an adult what that may have done. And so I don't want my children to be the same way.
Right.
Yeah.
So I can say that learning experience and transition, I'm learning because now I'm trying to pass it on to them before it's too late. I don't want them to be in their
Right.
30s and 40s
Right.
finally saying
Right.
something.
And in relationships that they should be speaking up and and have not.
Right.
You know what
and
I'm
I
saying?
mean, when I tell you they vocal, because you know how you tell your kids, oh, I want y'all to just be a leader and speak up for yourself. But then when it backfire and they turn it on you, be like, oh, no, not to me. I'm talking to the world.
yeah.
I'm talking
Yeah.
Don't be vocal with me.
Yeah.
You do that in the world.
Right,
But
exactly.
I see that it's
Yeah.
they're listening.
My oldest is like that. She's
Yeah.
extra vocal.
Yes.
She says what's on her mind, and she
That's
really.
good.
But it's good and bad.
It's about the
because
delivery.
She lost her little job, a good
Being
little
too
job
vocal?
she had. She
Yeah.
was like, but she didn't want nobody to play her. She's like,
Yeah.
hey, got
Listen.
them right on the gut. I was like, hey, it's your delivery though.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can't have a attitude with it. You just gotta be smart about how you tell people off.
Yes.
You can tell somebody
It
off
can
in
be
a
very
way.
It can be
intellectual.
very classy.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even know they got cussed
They
out.
don't,
Yeah.
Right. So I was like, that's what you got to learn from that.
Yeah.
Yes.
She
Yeah.
know now. She's like, ooh, I should have been quiet. I should have just
Yeah.
kept my mouth shut. But not
the way you
like
do
that.
it.
It's just the way to do it. Or
Yeah.
you catch them outside. Not on the job.
That part.
Yeah. I was
That
like,
part.
we could have caught them outside.
Right. So do we want to know our key points on how to find a voice? What do you
Yes.
have? What you put? You pulled up something?
Well,
Mm-hmm.
one of the key things is passion and motivation. And be okay with with knowing who you are.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of people just don't know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
Or
they
their
do what they
self-worth.
do.
Are they self-worth?
Yeah. But when you know who you are, your self-worth kind of comes with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's hand in hand.
It's hand in hand. If you weren't poured into,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? You can't look for the pour in from everywhere around you.
Yeah.
You have to find it within yourself. So I don't know if it's like if you need self-help books, if you need to journal, you need to do some of that.
Therapy.
You know, therapy is great.
Listen.
I tell every person
Listen.
therapy is the
It
shiznit.
is.
Because, I mean, you're almost like, what is the point? Because all you're doing is sitting there talking to somebody that's just listening.
Mm-hmm.
But you
But
getting it out.
hearing it, no, it's something
getting it
about
out.
hearing yourself say it.
You getting it out.
Not in your head, but actually physically, like you're hearing yourself
Mm-hmm.
say to stuff that it's almost like,
Damn.
that sounds crazy.
I was tripping
It's
on that,
all good.
yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
I really put up with that, hearing myself, like,
Yep.
I really allow that.
Yep.
It really puts a consciousness to
Mhm.
what it is that you've been going through. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So even if you're surrounding, because some people end up with friends just like them.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so we all down the rabbit hole together.
Yep. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So if I'm in the dark and they in the dark, we're
We
going to
all
stay in the dark.
We all in the
Yeah.
damn dark.
You know what
You
I'm
have to learn
saying?
that the
So
hard way.
if you are wanting to see light in something, you got to find who's beaming around this mug.
Right.
And then attach
for real.
thyself.
That's a.
See,
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you put in this drink, but I
You
need
need
a
a
refill.
There you go. Get your refill.
That's a word.
You know what I'm saying? No, like, seriously, you got to attach yourself to light when you're trying to get out of a dark place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And in that, and I challenge anybody that's light for somebody, if somebody sees that they're attaching themselves to you, have that conversation and be okay with that.
Right.
Sometimes we need to, it's not about, they're trying to be like, or they're trying to steal something from you or whatever. Sometimes people just need that.
Right.
And God places different people in your life or in your circle or surround, for a reason. Like, you're supposed to go to this person.
Right.
You can see when somebody's like in a cubby hole.
Yeah.
I can see that. When I walk in the room, I'm scanning the room, and I can tell, okay, she's an introvert. That's the one I'm going to go talk to. Like, girl, what's going on with you? What's happening?
Yeah.
And what? And the stories I hear, because that's my mission.
Mm-hmm.
That's what my purpose is. Once you know your purpose,
Mm-hmm.
my God, and you live in it.
Yeah. I've been introduced to some phenomenal people in Houston, and they have.
Let me get a hookup too, because you know people. Let me know some people too.
And I can give a shout out.
Shout out to the podcast.
I'm a shameless plug. I'm a shameless plug, y'all, first and foremost. But then, Shan. I don't know if y'all might need to have Shan on here.
Okay.
CEO Shan. She
Oh,
has
yeah.
the owner of Simply Sense.
Yes.
She has been a voice in the back of my head because she was like, yeah, you need to do your makeup class. You need to do blah blah blah. She been on me for some years, not talking to me, and it's sad to say that it took this long. But we have some things coming up soon, next month for us, and I'm so glad that she put the bug in my ear to keep going.
Not to mention, I put the bug in about 20 years ago, but.
But I've done the makeup. I've done a brunch at True Perfection. I've done the makeup mixers and stuff.
Right.
It does, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to have a team of people
Mm-hmm.
like-minded and driven to push you. Because you can't really do it by yourself.
No.
Even when I be trapped in my head in my little closet doing my little meditation.
Yeah, it's for your own thoughts.
I be like,
yeah.
Sometimes I need a push.
Yes.
And she know, Pinky!
Oh, she know too. I be calling her all the time. That's how this got started.
That's how exactly.
Somebody to kind of ride you a little bit. You need friends and people like that to ride you a little bit because sometimes you just don't have the push. You need that nudge.
Yeah. So, I mean, Kay, listen, let's be real. You more than often have a lot of people. Let me get close to the mic. You have a lot of people that are in situations that will say, and Kay did this for me, and she spoke this into me, and she breathed life into me, and she pulled me up out the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Kay, you do this with your eyes closed. You always pouring into people. You always see the good in people. You see the bad in people. You see the potential in people. It's like whatever you put your hands on, it turns to gold. When you get an idea, you run with it. I playfully call you the bully because for real, because she will bully your ass. But it be good stuff. It's not harmful
I
to
love
you.
her for it.
She has a lot of insight. You've been through so much to still give back to so many. And you pour into so many.
Yeah.
Who's pouring into you? Where did you get because you know how they say you have to check on your people? Check on your strong friend.
Yes.
No, seriously.
Okay,
seriously,
real talk.
sister. Seriously, friend, because that can be a lot on one person.
It is. And I think first God.
Don't need to get tissue. Don't need to get tissue.
First God. And then I went on a girls' trip to with Michelle for her birthday. And I don't know, I think we was lit. Okay, we was lit. I'm gonna say we was lit. Transparent.
Yeah.
And we just all had a meltdown. And I said, you know what? And I said it.
I
said, sometimes I need some people to check on me too.
Period. No,
I
seriously.
said, because when you are the strong one, that's always like, hey, girl, you need to do this, you need to do that. Hey, you know what?
Yes.
When I hear your business, you know how you can make that better? Let's do this. And I said, but sometimes I need that. You know what I'm saying? Because then it is, I don't think about it often, but sometimes I'll be like in my car like,
damn.
Who can I call on?
Like, who called me and checked on me and say, hey, you need anything? You good? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, sometimes I need for my crew to do that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to do that for you. I'm going to call, hey, what's up? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Checking in or whatever, But I realized even when I had my son, sometimes it's not your immediate crew that's going to be there for you.
Yeah.
It'd be strangers. It'd be like a client that just send you a text out the blue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, all right, I received that message, God. Thank you. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
That's what it is.
And that's how it be. So I think we're always used to our immediate circle pouring back into you. And sometimes it's not that.
Okay.
Because the messages be coming from
Everywhere.
And then I might be on Instagram and I see
affirmation.
something. I'm like, all right, I got it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I always feel like God always be working in the background. You know, when you're living in your purpose, he gives you what you need to keep pressing forward. You know what I'm saying? And so that's for me, it's like, I might be having a day, and then I see this one that keeps coming up lately. How an eagle, they're talking about how the crow was pecking on the daggone eagle or whatever. So instead of the eagle responding, the eagle just kind of soared up higher to where the altitude of the crow couldn't breathe. So then eventually he had to pop his little butt off his little neck or whatever. So that's why. So that's the things that kind of keep me going and motivated. You know, my husband, he'll throw a word, babe. You know, I'm really proud of you. Just random. Just some random. I'm like, what I do? He's just like, nothing. Just being you. You know what I'm saying? You know, or my son randomly just comes and says something. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, mom,
You're
you know,
the best mom.
yeah, you know, you doing some things. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that. So I just kind of like, he gives me what I need to keep me going.
What about like seeing the people that you help prosper?
I love it.
Don't that feel you?
Man,
up?
that's so gratifying to me.
Yeah. So I think a lot of that too. Like when you have people that you've helped along the way and you see that they're doing good.
Yes.
Okay, they got it.
They got it.
So it should make you like that's
absolutely.
That's
That's you know what I'm saying? As many stylists has worked with me. They have their own thing now. They're doing things or whatever. I'm like, you know, I don't have a hater spirit. I'm like, let's all. If you know me, if you don't know me, I hope new followers that don't know me that will learn to know me. That I'm like, let's all win.
Yeah,
I don't want to win by myself.
Yeah,
I want
that
us
same
all
spirit.
to
Yes,
win.
All
you
of
know what
us,
I'm saying?
yes.
So the challenge is, if you know somebody that you know is going through anxiety or whatever, help them out.
Yeah.
Give them a word. You know what I'm saying? If you know that somebody needs some friends, hey, look, moving forward, when I go somewhere, I'm going to call you. You want to go?
Right.
Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Because people will be stuck in their house after work and they don't have friends. You know what I'm saying? And they talked about on the news this week how loneliness is on the rise. And loneliness is now causing the effects of anxiety, mental health, and all of that. You see what I'm saying?
And I'm sure the pandemic has something
You know,
to do with
and
it
I
too.
mean, if you ain't got no man or no woman or your person or whatever you got going on, if you don't have that, and then you don't have a whole bunch of friends,
That's right. That's the friend. At least
could you imagine what
friends? Because I don't have a man right now. I'm single, so
Can you
I
believe
do
it?
find myself sitting. Yeah,
She's single.
so cute.
She's single.
Friends.
Friends out there.
But no,
Entrepreneur.
I be at home a lot, and I just be to myself.
Yeah.
And I can't believe
I don't even watch TV. I just be like in my thoughts. I'm writing a book.
Ooh.
Okay, boo.
So my book is just have been my motivation to just do stuff to keep my mind occupied. Because if you just sit, like, remember when I had like a double stop?
Oh my God,
I
yes.
couldn't go nowhere. I didn't want to go nowhere. I couldn't wear no makeup. I was like, oh, I can't go nowhere. So I'm sitting down.
You have
and I'm
forced
just,
to be with yourself.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
and then you get lonely, and then you can sink into. I was sinking into like a little
The
depression. I'm like,
yeah.
oh my God,
Yeah.
am I depressed?
I got to snap out of this.
Oh God,
Yeah.
not me.
Right.
I got So
Right.
It's just,
But you know what?
then
You
having
knew that
friends
wasn't
and
you.
people-
Yeah.
I knew that wasn't me. I had to shake it off.
Right.
Yeah.
I really did.
But
I'm
imagine
like,
people who don't know.
Yeah,
they
they
don't
It's
really
a
know
lot of people,
themselves.
and I
Right.
think about that because it's like affects me. And I'm like, dang, how many other people feel like this?
A lot.
And what do they do to get out of it?
A lot.
Some of them are still stuck in it, like right
Yeah.
now.
I like
So these podcasts is like
suicidal
great for that. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know what I'm
For
and then
once, so they can know that they're not alone. A lot of people think it's only them dealing with these
Yes.
It's
things.
not. It's
And it's
it's
not.
the cutest of the cute. Trust
Yes.
me.
Yes.
the
No,
ones
for
that you
real.
would just swear they got it going to hell
Yeah, I
on.
get in my
That'd be the
outside
ones.
looking
I
in.
get in a funk sometimes, and I be like, look at the social media. You know, it be glitz and glam, even though my life is really like that.
Yeah.
But
Like real talk.
I sit sometimes and I be by myself and I be like, dang, who can I call on? Like as far as a male companion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm a Virgo, so I always like to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
But I've been single for a long time, and it's just like,
Yeah.
dang, am I ever gonna?
That's what it is.
She doesn't like
am I
it.
gonna be married? You know, you
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
about marriage when you're young, and you,
Yeah.
even though like when I was young, I was like, man, I'm gonna live my life.
Right.
But now that I'm getting old, I'm like, oh Lord,
Yeah,
my time is
Something's
my time
happening,
is
yeah.
ticking. I need to, you know,
Yeah.
and I need
There's
that person
statistics
that
show
I can,
you live longer with a companion.
yeah, to be with.
I don't know,
instead
or
of, like,
shorter.
being around people that you
Girl.
don't like.
Said statistics show that you live longer with a companion. This
That's
nutcase talking about or shorter.
I mean, for some people, it ain't no good reality. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I
Yeah,
feel
but
like
that's when you don't get
real
someone
talk. I
like
feel
mine.
like
You
me and
be in
my
a
husband.
relationship, you don't.
I feel like we've been married for 13 years.
Dang, it's been that long.
Yeah, and this, it's going on 14.
I
So
wasn't even born.
I know. So this now, I feel like we are finally, which is crazy, turning a corner of. You know what? I'm looking forward to coming home and spending time with this man, having visions of us
Facts.
doing things.
Facts.
Like we're
Vacationing,
on the other side. Like we always have a good time vacationing and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
But like I feel like we're getting over the hurdle of understanding one another.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
truth be told, transparency, I think he's learning a lot about me through this podcast.
Show me, I want you put something up high. I want you to make them fly. Throw them in the sky. Throw them in the sky. Make everything collide. Put all your stress aside and let the music take you anywhere like tide. Cause it's me they calling the real loco. Mass play when I on the floor. Gal bend over and touch their toe.